back to my channel. I am really, ooh, good lighting, but blind, very blind. Back to the, I'm filming a tutorial today on this beautiful look. So if you want to see how to get this look, go ahead and keep watching. If you're new here, it's Brianna, aka Bree Maquillage, which is makeup in French, if you are unaware. And if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and like this video and comment below what you want me to do next. So I hope you enjoy watching this look. Come along. My lighting is really weird today. So a disaster happened and the light in my kitchen went out, so I brought my studio light into the kitchen to cook dinner, and then 4 minutes later she knocked it over and so 4 minutes later she came in, knocked it over, and broke the light bulb. So I only have one studio light, and I'm using, oh, it's in the shot. I'm using this ring light as the other light. Hello. This is my current favorite makeup to do. It's kind of like Kylie Jenner, Instagram inspire. We have the Wet n Wild foundation. I kind of have realized in the past couple of videos that this foundation is not quite my color. It's the soft beige. So, Simba. We're gonna start out with foundation, and it has this cool little spatula on it, if you can see. So I just like to spatulize my face. Oh, are you gonna help me? Blend it in. Thank you. Blend it in. Yeah, so go like this, go like this. Blendy, 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 blendy. Good job! Taking a beauty blender, or you can use a brush of any kind, your preferred method, your hand, your baby's hand. Just blend in your makeup. Oh, you're not gonna help anymore? Come on. Help. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Got all my hair in it. Oh, and she's gonna take the clip out of my hair. If you're using a beauty blender, make sure that you are not dragging the product. Make sure that you are pouncing. Pounce that product all over your face. Pounce that product all over your face. We'll see. Oh, cool. Let's put our hair back up. Maybe I'll get these little guys too, because they're gonna get in the way of doing makeup. I'm trying not to put so many ponytails in my hair because it's really broken. Like really broken. Oh, do you like my husband's shirt? The next step, since this is pretty light coverage, I'm okay with that because this is just an everyday kind of looky-to-do. Looky-to-do. On top of my foundation, I'm going to add some under eye corrector, and I put it on top of the foundation because I feel like if I put it under, it blends a little bit away too much. It's just any peachy kind of color corrector, and I'm just gonna dot that in. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it on top of my eyelid as well. And as you can see, I still have dark circles. Next, we're gonna go ahead and take the Age Rewind concealer from Maybelline. I'm still trying to decide how I feel about it. Maybe I just like don't pump out enough product when I'm putting it on. It's just typing because there are layers under that I would like to put. Oh, there it is. There's the product. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose and the forehead and my chin and right above my lip. Those are all the places on the face that highlight, like light hits. So that's why you want to highlight. When you start putting on your highlight, if you normally highlight or like when you're trying to be fancy, do you start with your under eye, or I start with my chin usually, but sometimes it varies. Like sometimes I'll start with my under eye, or sometimes I'll start with my nose. So do you have like a set thing that you do? Let me know in the comments. Are you kidding me? Juliana, stop! Hey. Hey, stop. Can she get any closer to the screen? Probably. If someone can figure out how to do it, she can. Next step, we are going to set our eyelid with some powder. We just put on concealer and a lot of creams, so we want to make sure that doesn't crease up on us. I grab a fluffy, fairly flat kind of brush. So let's just pat that on. And we don't want to do brush like swiping motions on this step. We just want to pat. Otherwise there could be streaky streaks. Once everything's like packed onto the lid, you can then go and blend it out with like swipey motions. Okay, I know we just kind of started on eyes, but that was just to set and make sure no creasing happens. Let's go back to the face. So lately I've really been into packed powders. This is the e.l.f. powder in translucent. I don't believe that. It has a little tiny bit of color to it. So I just put that on the beauty blender. I hit pan. I wanna cry. Anyway, so you just take that on your beauty blender and you pack it in. I mean, technically, if you wanted to, you could do this method to set the eye as well. I just wanted the color that I put on my eyelid. And to pack this in, I'm kind of doing a mixture of dabbing and pressing. And you want to make sure that when you are putting powder on of any kind, you're not making any wrinkles while you're on that spot. While you're on that spot, or you're going to just set wrinkles into your face. I still have dark circles, guys. That's 3 layers of makeup. The last step to setting this face, grab your big old fluffer brush, dip into that powder, and just blend it out, baby. And now I'm not wiping. I have like serious blending problems. Like I kind of pat it on. You can, if you want to, brush it on. I'm in the habit of just patting everything instead of rubbing. So that no marks are created. Grab a fluffy brush. This one's a little tapered. Hi, Juju. I see you. I see you. This one's a little tapered in on the side, so it's kind of like this. But you can do any kind of fluffy brush that you want. Powder brush, bronzing brush, any brush. So we're gonna grab that, and then I'm gonna use Hula. This is still my sample. I will never run out. Does this have an expiration date? Probably not. Okay, so you're gonna just load up your brush with that, tap off the excess, and then we're just bronzing. We're not gonna contour right now. Did you know there was a difference? I did. Okay, so you just go in and really just big swirly motions. Go ahead and just get a color onto your face. No. Okay. Next step is to get that nose contour. I'm just gonna use this brush today. It's flat. I think it's meant for like it says foundation. serums, powders, foundations, but I like how skinny it is. I'm gonna put on some bronzer, brush off some bronzer, put on some bronzer, brush off some bronzer, and then I'm gonna take a mirror and get really close in so I can see what I'm doing. Beautiful. All right, next step is the blush. Just take a blush brush. Mine's a slanted guy like this. I've seen so many different kinds of blush brushes, and whatever blush floats your boat. This is the Satin, I'm pretty sure. No. Dame is a satin finish by MAC, and you go up to your hair. Don't just keep it on the apples. I actually had a dream last night that I was trying to like fix someone's makeup because she just put on the apples over her cheeks. I was like, can I blend that out for you, girl? That's what I dream about. Let's move on to eyes. So are you ready to experience the easiest eye you've ever done in your life? This eye is really inspired by like Instagram, Kylie Jenner type eyes. We're gonna go into the Morphe 35O palette. So we take this brush right here, which is big and domey and poofy, and we're just gonna go into this light. It's kind of like a pumpkin color. Yeah, you like that one? Kind of like a pumpkin spice latte color. So you're gonna take that, tap off that was powdery, tap off the excess and blend that all the way on the lid, crease everywhere. Just get it really everywhere. And you want it all the way up to almost your brow bone. You can really do this look with any color palette that you want. You can do it with a brown color palette, a pink, gold, anything. You're gonna take another blendy fluffy brush. This one's a little bit longer and less dense. So I'm gonna go in the burnt orange, and then this one's just plain orange. So you're gonna mix those two together. Tap off and then go into the crease. And this doesn't have to be very prominent. It's actually better if it's super not prominent. Juliana, stop it. And then after you've done the crease, with whatever's remaining on your brush, just put it on where, like right on the edge of your lid. Okay, I'm gonna put you down on the floor because you're being scary, okay? If you wanna sit and be not scary. By the way, if you're wondering what she's watching, it's Monde Des Titounis. It's a French cartoon show and it's super cute. So I'll link them below. You should go check them out if you want your kid to learn a little French. So back to this, do the other eye. The whole point of this eye look is to just be very blown out and very blended. It's kind of like a, oh, I never even put any effort into my eye, but like you did. It's one of those looks. So after that crease color is done like that, you're gonna go ahead and grab your it's kind of fluffy, very tapered, I don't even know what this is, like a shader, packer, whatever. Something kind of fluffy, something kind of packy. Orange undertoned brown. So we're going into that one. And just kick that off really close to the lash line. Okay, so it looks like this so far. Awesome. Guess what? You're done with your eyes. So that's the whole eye look. I do end up going under the eye with the brown. I don't add any more product to the brush. And then I do the same thing with the crease brush. I don't add any more product. I just blend it out. got excited. My sisters just came over, so it's a little loud, but they're taking care of the baby. What happened? Why are all of the lights in the shot? So we're gonna go ahead and put the lash glue on the lashes. I'm using Kiss number 11 lashes and Duo glue in black. Oh my gosh! Why did that happen? It's all over me. Wow. Okay, let's try that again. All right, lash is gluey. That might have been the best lash application I've ever done in my life. Now we're gonna go in and blend it in with mascara. I'm using Lash Paradise, of course. It's my favorite forever. Okay, let's move on to brows. I take my handy dandy angle brush and some powder and some clear brow gel. So this is the way that I like to do my brows the best. I put on the clear brow gel. And then immediately after, I just put it on one eye. I take my angled brush and I dip into Secret Agent by Urban Decay and I go on in. Explaining how to do eyebrows is like explaining quantum physics except harder. Okay, on to lippy lips. I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild Brandy Wine liner pencil. Guess what? This was 80 cents. 80 cents. And I kind of go in from either side, but I leave the middle kind of blank. When you effectively look crazy, your lip lining is done. Then I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia lip gloss. I don't know what color this is. Vintage. See, by putting the lip liner where we put it and leaving it blank, you kind of create this nice effect. So I'm kind of trying to decide if I want highlight. I think I do. I go in the Jaclyn Hill palette and take Beam. It's my favorite highlight ever. Even though it's an eyeshadow, take it on a beauty blender and blending it in with that. Ooh, girl. And I'll see you outside. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. My hair is absolutely damp. Okay.